Ukraine will dominate discussion as foreign ministers from the world's 20 wealthiest nations set the stage this week in Bali, Indonesia, for the G20 summit in November. But the top U.S. diplomat does not plan to sit down with his Russian counterpart to try to negotiate an end to the 4-month conflict. State Department spokesman Ned Price.
I'm not in a position to walk through the choreography, but I would certainly not expect any meeting between Secretary Blinken and Foreign Minister Lavrov.
The Kremlin says Russian President Vladimir Putin will participate in the November summit, hosted by Indonesia, and G7 leaders said they would as well. VOA asked the White House if a negotiated settlement was possible by then.
But what we have seen from President Putin is he is not in a place or has no desire to negotiate. So going to your first question now is our approach has not changed. We are going to continue to support Ukraine. We're going to continue to help Ukraine fight for their democracy, fight for their territorial integrity.
Russia is also dug in.
The special military operation will continue until the tasks set by the Supreme Commander-in-Chief have been completed.
As is Ukraine.
We have no alternative. This is about our independence, about our future, about the fate of the entire Ukrainian nation.
This determination, says analyst Mark Kansian, portends a long conflict. And he adds, it's further complicated because Russia has something the U.S. wants. For 4 months, Russian authorities have been holding American basketball star Brittany Griner on drug charges. The U.S. says she's been wrongfully detained.
There are always U.S. citizens being held by foreign governments. Most of them don't get a lot of attention because it's routine transgressions of local law. Some of them get a lot of attention, as Griner has. Eventually, we'll make a deal. I mean, one of the problems with all the attention, though, is that makes the price get higher. So in other words, the Russians may get more in exchange for her release.
So now what? After 4 months, tens of thousands of deaths, millions of displaced civilians, several high-profile summits, and continuing diplomacy, the conflict in Ukraine demonstrates a fundamental truth. War is hard. Finding peace may be harder still.